we're going to work now on both 24 and 25. Pretty simple steps, but they can be a little bit tricky. At this point, we're supposed to be installing the radio, and we're going to do that at a later time. It's very simple. It's just a matter of plugging some stuff in. But I don't have the radio with me at the moment that I'm going to be using, and that would be a Spectrum receiver. It happens to be at my home. I forgot to bring it in. So, let's go ahead and take these two little silicone grommets here. There's one teeny tiny little one. Let's address that first. It's got a hole in there. And that is for the antenna wire on your receiver. Is going to slide through that. And then there is a little, let's see if we can get this up in here, a little area here where that is going to slide in. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. But ultimately, you would have your radio wire slid in there for the antenna. Secondly, we have this unit here, which will split apart like so. And you can see that there's an area there for 3 servo wires. One is for the throttle, one is for the steering, and the second one, or the third one, later on will be for the 2-speed. And we're simply going to open that up. We're going to lay our wires into the little grooves and then slide this down into this hole here when we're done. Can be a little bit tricky, but we'll get it going. Doesn't matter which one is on the top and which one is on the bottom. I'm going to slide them down in there and make sure there's no kinks on them. Inside, this is waterproofing the radio box. A little bit tricky here. There we go. Maybe. Let's just try putting one in there and then getting the second one in there. Got to be a trick to this. And use a little bit of saliva there. Some people call it spit. See if that'll work it down in there. There we go. Come on. Okay, there it is. Fits down in there just nice. I'm just double checking to make sure I'm in the grooves that are supplied there. I'm going to look around on the other side and make sure that my wires have a little bit of play in them. I'm going to move them up a little bit with my wrench, and we'll take a closer look here. And you can see that it's all in there and watertight. Okay, now, that wasn't too bad. Normally, again, we're going to plug in our radio and stuff, but we're going to do that at a later time since I was a lame brain and forgot to bring it. Now, go ahead and get the cap, which goes over here like so. And there is also another silicone gasket. And you'll see that it's square on the bottom and pointy on the other end. Now, it's going to slide right over. This is a joy. I've worked with other radio boxes that are watertight, and this gasket goes on real easy, and it actually stays on. Okay, so at this point, this is going to screw in. You're going to set that down in, and there are 4 screws somewhere, and we're going to go ahead and screw that in. I'm going to do this off camera and we'll be right back. Okay, all the screws are in, and this is what it is going to look like. So now we've got our ESC installed, we've got our wires run down through. You can see the silicone gaskets there that keep it watertight. The second one is for the radio antenna. And we are all set to move on to new and different projects on this. Oh boy, here comes some fun. We get to start building the transmission, and it starts with step number 26. We've gone ahead and gathered all of our pieces and parts that we need, except for the bearings. Of course I have to show those. And those are the FastEddy bearings. And we're going to need 4 of the 5 by 11s. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have all of our bearings put together. Okay, most of this is pretty easy. I haven't done this ahead of time here, so I'm seeing that I have neglected to get a couple of parts out that I'm going to need, which are AX311086 and this one here, which is 11085. So let me go grab those and I'll be right back.